Hello, Michigan DECA. Welcome to the December edition of our monthly Google Hangout series. I am Dan Lee, your state president. Today I'm joined by Cole Stewart, Vice President of Community Service, Monique View, Vice President of Public Relations, Jessica Hinkle, Vice President of Leadership Development, Kofi Ofori-Darko, Vice President of Chapter Development, Aline Nasrallah, your State Secretary, and Marshall Conley, Vice President of Business Partnerships. We'll be discussing tips on how you can improve at the district competitions, running for state office, the State Career Development Conference, and more. And remember, please tweet using the hashtag #MIDECA if you have any questions, and we will answer those towards the end of our Hangout. I'm also incredibly excited to announce that Michigan DECA has exceeded last year's membership total with over 7,890 members. Over 5,800 of these members will be competing at our 8 district conferences. Please recruit members for your chapter so that we can break Michigan DECA's threshold of 800 members, or 8,000 members, I'm sorry. Now, I'd like to pass it over to Cole, who's going to be sharing some tips on how you can improve your competitive skills.
Hey guys, if you don't already know, this year, with district conferences convening this week, we wanted to give you listeners just some quick tips that will give you the extra edge in competition. First and foremost, dress and act professionally. As Monique will discuss later, this is mostly the most important part of your role play. Your demeanor and outfit will create a first impression for you, and so be sure to act and dress your best. Next, prepare with a peer or DECA advisor. DECA.org and the DECA app present plenty of resources such as sample role plays, which can go a long way if used correctly. Also, grab a friend who has been through the role play before and ask them if they would prepare with you. Most often the answer is yes, and these people can give you vital feedback that you can use for your upcoming district conference. I can't stress it enough, but be sure to address your performance indicators when practicing. It makes a huge difference to the judge. Lastly, be confident and take control of the role play. If you take initiative, you will succeed.
Thank you, Cole. Now, there are some things that you can do before you get in front of a judge to help improve that competitive score. Monique is talking about professional dress tips to help you maintain that professional image.
Hey everyone! I can't wait to see you all in the next few weeks at your district conference. I know you've been working really hard at preparing for your event. One thing to not look over is your professional appearance. Thankfully, Michigan DECA website mideca.org provides professional dress guidelines. When competing, please remember the dress code. For ladies, it's appropriate to wear a business suit or blazer with a dress skirt, dress slacks, and a dress blouse with sleeves. Remember, you want your judge to be focused on your presentation and not on your attire. You know what I mean? Now guys, it's appropriate for you to wear a collared shirt, necktie, and dress slacks. As an option, you can wear the official DECA blazer as well. The full list of the unacceptable clothing items is listed online at mideca.org. So make sure to leave your blue jeans, Nikes, t-shirts, and leggings at home. As we move on in this Google Hangout, feel free to tweet at Michigan DECA any questions you have about attire, and furthermore, you can attach a picture of what you think is appropriate for competition.
Thank you, Monique. Now, Ali is going to talk about the Advocacy Campaign.
Okay, guys. So with the Advocacy Campaign, it's basically split up into 3 different activities. These activities include school outreach, policymakers, and community outreach. An example of school outreach would be if you were to present DECA to underclassmen or to present DECA to your school board. An example of a policymaker would be to get support from a local business towards your DECA chapter. Lastly, community outreach would be done through connecting with your Chamber of Commerce, or if you have a business partner coming to speak to your DECA chapter. The reward for all of this being done is if the chapter has it in during February, they will receive a pennant, a special plaque from DECA's Congressional Advisory Board, and a letter of recognition that will be sent out to your school administrator and your government officials. The deadline for this is March 2nd, 2015.
Thank you, Ali. Now Cole is going to talk again about the state conference that is coming up in March.
Alright, so if you don't already know, this year's State Career Development Conference will be again hosted by the great city of Grand Rapids from March 13th through 15th. Here, Michigan DECA members will have the opportunity to interact with countless business professionals, as well as over 3,300 other DECA members. You'll have the opportunity to compete for a spot at the International Career Development Conference in Orlando, Florida, and elect your 2015-2016 State Executive Council. Last but certainly not least, Michigan DECA members will have the opportunity to attend the Grand Rapids Griffins hockey game this year. So be sure to prepare for your upcoming district conference. You won't want to miss out.
Thank you, Cole. The State Career Development Conference will be an incredible conference. Last week, our State Executive Council had the opportunity to visit Minneapolis to attend the Central Region Leadership Conference.
CRLC recap. Like Dan said, Officer team, along with DECA chapter, and yet another leadership in depth this December as we traveled to Minneapolis, Minnesota for the 2004 Central Region Leadership Conference. The first day we were there, we explored the marketing jungle that is the Mall of America and attended a hilarious yet inspirational opening session hosted by Josh Shipp, aka the Teen Whisperer, and a mind-boggling hypnosis event by Brian Imbus. On Saturday, we started off the day with the return of the captivating Brian Imbus and his reality-twisting antics, and sat in on some very insightful and interesting workshops by the Focus training staff, some Target Corporation officers, Northwood University reps, the Air National Guard, and even Kat Perkins. And then shared lunch with some fellow association officers sponsored by the Air National Guard, and topped the evening off with DECA CRLC Ice Gala, with musical guest The Dirty Word. Sunday, we concluded the conference with the hysterical comedian Adam Ace and headed back to the Great Lakes State. We strongly encourage you to mention to your advisor attending the DECA Central Region Leadership Conference next year in Kansas City, Missouri. For more information, feel free to contact your office. Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, Marsh. Now, if you want a surefire way to attend the Central Region Leadership Conference next year, you should think about running for state office. Kofi is here to talk about the deadlines and the requirements for running for state office.
Hi guys. Your state officers are working hard this year to plan your district conferences, and we'd love to have other members this year have the opportunity next year to do exactly what we do. Your deadline for submitting your application for running for state office is on February 6, 2015. Your state officer screening in Lansing will be on February 15th. At that state officer screening, you'll be taking a DECA skills knowledge test, participating in a group activity, delivering a 2-minute speech, and participating and interacting with other potential candidates. For more information on this, please visit Michigan DECA's website and look at the Running for State Office tab under Membership. Thank you.
Thanks, Kofi. And if you're not truly passionate for state office, Jessica is here to share some of the incredible experiences that we've had to help you think about what's in store for your future and how you can get more involved with Michigan DECA.
Being a state officer means a lot of things. It means setting goals for the betterment of the state association and its members. You'll write articles, have meetings, work towards your team's goals, and plan and help coordinate conferences. And I'm not going to lie when I say being a state officer can be stressful or tiring at times. But I wouldn't trade it for anything, because the opportunities and experiences it brings are worth it. Aside from the tasks of being a state officer, you become like a family with your team. You meet amazing speakers and leaders. You get to travel. You get opportunities to become a better leader and gain experience. Some of the things that we've gotten to do are meet awesome state officers and other members from across the country and network with them and stay in touch with them and bounce back ideas back and forth between each other. But if you're at all interested in becoming a state officer, research the steps, and if you have any questions, please feel feel free to contact myself or any of the other state officers. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica. Please remember, if you have any more questions, contact the state officers through email or through social media on Twitter and Facebook. That concludes our December Google Hangout. Join us next time on January 18th. Thank you for joining us, and we'll hope to see you at your district conference.